Good day, everyone. This is Antariksh Bhardwaj. I am an Art of Living yoga teacher, and I've been interested in yoga and meditation from a very long time. And it's a great opportunity for me that the Europe Indian Youth Platform, which is right now attempting to connect youths of both the regions, Europe and India. And today I have conducted two successful sessions, and today I will be in conversation with Valeriya Voronina. She is from originally from Ukraine, and right now she is working as an event manager, and she is also a faculty with the Art of Living. And I'm very happy to be talk to her today, to interview her, and I am sure the experiences that she is going to share are going to be very helpful for the practitioners of yoga across the globe. So a very warm welcome to Valeriya. How are you doing?
Hi, everything is great.
So Valeriya, when I begin my questions, and I'm very curious about the fact that how you as a European came to know about yoga, meditation, art of living, and how did this happen?
You know, first time I heard about meditation from my friend, and she said that she could reduce her stress with the meditation. But that time I thought, okay, maybe it's not for me. And few years after a few years, I heard again from another my best friend that it helps a lot. And that time we worked together in the very stressful environment, and it was like, you know, racing for the money. And in that period, I needed also some solutions, some very quickly and easy solutions to reduce my stress. So I just said, okay, let's start, let's do it. And it was my first experience with Art of Living. And you know, I thought that yoga is very, very boring. But with Art of Living program, it was so funny. It was so active, and it was so easy and interesting for me that I was really surprised. Yeah, it was in 2012, and it was in Moscow. At that time, I worked there for a few years. I was there.
Wow, incredible.
And you?
Yeah, for me, for instance, I was in India and I was a student, and I used to wonder about, so my journey is a little bit different. I used to wonder about life. I used to look at the creation. I used to wonder, why are we living? If everyone has to die at some point of time, what is the purpose of living? And at the same time, I was also curious about the purpose of life. And I used to, as a child, I used to think about these questions, and the search for these questions and the answer to these questions brought me to spirituality. And my first experience of spirituality was when I read the Bhagavad Gita when I was I think in 11th standard. Yes, 11th standard. And I learned from the Bhagavad Gita. It said that you are not the human body, you are the soul. And that blew me off. Oh my God, I discovered, oh, I know the purpose of life now. And I started growing on the path, or walking on the path, I would say, of spirituality. And that is how I got in touch with spirituality, and also with art of living. I used to travel a lot, visit a lot of ashrams in India, and it was amazing. And I really am very grateful that I got so much from so many wonderful organizations, and especially Art of Living. Yeah, I'm really very
Wow,
happy
it's
and
so
grateful.
interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, actually, just after Art of Living, I started to experience that I'm a soul. I'm not just a body. I'm not just in the race for money, for earning money or so. And it was so precious for me that it was a natural way. You know, it wasn't like something what was pushed in me. It was something what starts to, yeah, it was very natural.
Incredible. I think we all start from some reason or other, but finally converge in one, that we are all soul and we are spiritual beings. And I have seen so many people who have been doing yoga, meditation. Uh, the amount of self-inquiry and the amount of self-understanding they have is wonderful. And I think I'm really very happy to meet a person like you also.
Thanks.
So,
Me too.
Valeriya, then I will ask you something about the pressing question right now that the whole world is right now asking. So,
Yeah.
we know that there is a pandemic affecting all of us in the world. It is affecting us physically, mentally, and in every possible way. How do you see the role of yoga in tackling this psychologically? Do you have any personal experience in this regard? I'm talking about the
Yes.
corona pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, I have my personal experience. When I got the news that it started and it's really dangerous, um, I became really a very big fear about my parents because they're still in Ukraine and I can't come to them. And I haven't any doubts that with me, if something happened, it will be it could be in the better way than with my parents. So I really was very scared. And in that moment, I realized that now what I can do for myself and for my parents, it's just to be more calm. And from that moment, I started to meditate 2 times a day with Sri Ravi Shankar, the founder of Art of Living. He's giving free of charge meditations in YouTube, and it's just wow, it's a very big presence. So yeah, I meditated since that time 2 times a day, and yoga. With helping of yoga, first I felt my body that my body became stronger, and my mind became calmer. So it was really very, very fast effect, and it was very easy. I think after 2 days, or even after one day, first day, I felt myself really more calm, peaceful, and when I talked with my parents, it wasn't like, oh, what happens? It was like,
Yeah.
okay, mom,
Hmm.
how it's today, and how do you feel yourself? And it was, she felt more love from my side, not my. It was not a scary movie for me anymore. So in that
Wow.
moment, I got that. Wow, it works
Hmm.
even better than I thought.
Yeah.
Even in such stressful situations when you can't do anything, you can just do something for yourself, but you can't do something for parents who are very far away from me now.
Wow.
So
Wonderful.
yes, it works. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think this is really amazing. You said the gist that in order to help the world, we first have to be calm ourselves. And when we have that calmness within us, then I think our parents can only, parents and all the loved one, they are only inspired by that. And, for me also in this, 3 months of the lockdown in Germany, I was working online, of course, like all of us, and the time could be stressful, but somehow thanks to this online meditation that I was doing with Shri Shri 2 times a day, and the yoga practice, I actually felt that this 3 months was a very important time of my life, because it taught me so much. I was able to read a lot of books. I finished, I think, one book every week, and I was really very happy at what I have done in these 3 months. I finished a lot of pending tasks. So, I know a lot of people who have also benefited and made the best out of this time. So, yoga has helped me a lot in these times. I mean, in fact, to be very frank, I did not even feel that there is a problem going on in the world, and at the same time, I'm hearing so many stories of the immunity getting stronger by the practice of yoga. So I think yoga and meditation have helped a lot in these times. Valeria, this drives me to a question. Do you know how many people have been doing meditation with Shri Shri for the last 3 months every day?
You know, I saw just sometimes around 500,000 people who are meditating the same time, but I have no idea how many people meditated during all this
Okay.
period.
Yeah.
Can you share if you know?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think it's more than 1 million people every day meditating with him. And I think just yesterday I finished a 15 days course with him. That was about Narad Bhakti Sutra, where Rishi Narad was talks about devotion, and that commentary was given by Shri Shri Ravi Shankar for the last 15 days. I think that this was one of the most beautiful experience of my life. I really loved it. Yeah.
Wow.
So, Valeriya, I also wanted to ask you: are the youths of your country, Ukraine, are also interested in yoga? Do you have any traditional local practice which resonates with yoga?
We have now yoga as a traditional national practice, I think since 5 or 10 years. In Ukraine, a lot of youth, they're fond of sports, but not of yoga was not very famous, I think, as in Europe as well. And the last, I think 5 or 7 years, it became really very famous, and it's something what is very random now. It's usual to do it every day, or to go in some yoga studio. Yeah, it's something. All my friends in Ukraine,
Mhm.
somehow they're doing yoga,
Wow.
either at home or in studios, or yeah.
So is this Valeriya effect? Are they inspired by you, or yoga is becoming famous actually in Ukraine? So do you have a lot of yoga
I
schools there in Ukraine?
we have a lot of yoga schools in Ukraine, but my friends, I hope so, they're inspired by my by my advice, yeah, by my experience.
Wow. So do you recall the different yoga schools that you have in Ukraine? For instance, do you have the Art of Living in Ukraine? Do you have the Shivananda Ashram or the Divine Life Society or Bikram Yoga? What all kind of yoga schools are there in Ukraine these times?
I can't answer on this question because I'm fond of art of living yoga.
Okay.
And since I learned art of living, I found everything there. So I should. It was not interesting for me to go in other schools, but I know that there are a lot of different schools,
Okay.
and yeah.
So just
This
to
is
drive a comparison, is yoga as famous in Ukraine, just like Frankfurt, or is it
yeah.
on a
Think
oh
even more.
wow, that's incredible to know. So I would now then come to my next question, and that is that there is a growing level of stress in the youth, and many people are doing suicides, uh, and it's an irony that more people are dying due to suicide due to war rather than war. So, do you think yoga or meditation will be helpful to them? Any
For
personal
sure.
experience do you have in this regard?
For sure. Yeah, it's really something what will help what is helping every day. And in these stressful situations when people are deciding to make a suicide,
Mhm.
it's first medicine without pills, which might help. My personal experience, I had experience with guys who were addicted to drugs, and I taught two courses in such center, and I know that a lot of them, they had this tendency. They wanted to do it once or twice in their life, and some of them tried to do it. And I heard an amazing experiences from them and amazing words. If I would learn these techniques before and meditation before, I would never start to destroy my life myself by myself. And it's such easy way to get a not just better life, to keep your life by you. It's
Wow.
something
Mm.
what it's so easy, and so powerful. I think it's best thing what we can do, just to bring somehow people to into yoga, into meditations, and then we will get the better society, and we will get less suicide facts and statistics as we have now. And it's like, yeah, if we're talking about students or young specialists who are starting their career, it's time when you are living under the high pressure. It's really extremely stressful time, and especially now when you should be the best, you should be just the best, or you will die. And all of them, they just want to get the first prize, and they're paying for that with the sleep, with their health, and the price is so high for that champion status that nobody needs it. It's just you should enjoy your life. You should work, earn some money, but this is not the purpose to be just the first, or be the first or die. It's like this concept is so wrong. And I saw a lot of people who are really just addicted to be the first in every branch, every I don't know, in everywhere. And it's a problem. It's became a big problem.
Yeah. Valeria, I think there is one more anomaly that we see, that for instance, when you do not try to be to be first, then somehow your focus grows immediately. And I think yoga and meditation has a lot to give in this regard, because I know one of the best students that I have met, the best sportsmen, they all also have inculcated yoga and meditation as part of their daily regimen. Do you also have some examples from Germany or from Ukraine where the famous people are practicing yoga, or they have benefited from the practice of yoga?
Me personally, I wasn't a teacher of these people, but all pop stars in Ukraine, all singers, all famous people who are in the TV, they're all practicing yoga and meditations. All singers, yeah, and actors, they're just, some of them, they started their career from the beginning with yoga and meditations. It's something what is helping everywhere and in
Wow.
Ukraine as well. And
Okay.
they are making yoga more popular in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. Valeria, I just remember, something. I think 2 to 3 years ago, I was in India, and I was teaching in a prison, in a Aligarh prison. And I conducted a happiness course for around 5 days for prisoners. We had a special course. And the experience of the prisoners was this, that if we had known this science, if we would have known how to control our mind, we would not have committed the crime, and we would not have been in this state. And I remember one prisoner came to me and said that I had committed a great sin in my life. Had I known this, had I known the trick to control my mind, my life would have been much more different. And I really also, your example also made me recall this thing. So, uh, prison, for all the prisoners, or who have lived in a very stressful situation, and all the people who are trying to leave drugs, I think yoga and meditation can help a lot. Can help a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all successful people, they are meditating as well. It's something
Yeah.
what is really needed to reduce the stress. And I have one friend of mine in Moscow. He said, yeah, I need to go to your course. I know, please remind me next time when you will do it, because I know that all my bosses in all companies, all partners, they are meditating and doing yoga. I need to do it to be more successful.
Wow, thank you. So Valeriya, I have a question for the viewers who have no knowledge about yoga, who are seeing you for the first time. Do you have any advice for them? How can they begin?
Just begin. Don't think a lot. I read in one forum, oh, how should I start to meditate? I know that I should start, but how? And 200 comments came, read this book, read that book, look this movie. It's not needed. Just put the name, I would suggest Sri Ravi Shankar in YouTube, because his meditations are very easy. Or it doesn't matter which meditation, just do some guided meditation and it will work.
Wow.
Just try this moment. I want to try. Yes, I will switch on the guided meditation, switch off all my telephones and everything what could destroy my meditation, and just meditate.
Do you have any message for the youths of India, or have you ever visited India? Would you like to visit? What is?
I love India. I was there 3 times, and really I love India. It's some very special place for me, and I know that there is 2 opinions about India in European countries. It's wow, it's incredible, or no, I would not go there because this and this and this. And I would say that everyone who is coming to India, he sees exactly what he has, or he or she, inside of him in that moment.
Wow.
If people are coming there to see beauty, to see spirituality, to see incredible, to feel that incredible energy, they will feel it. If people are coming with garbage inside, a lot of garbage, they will see the opposite things. And me personally, I love India, and I'm dreaming to come back there for one more trip. Yep. I was in Bangalore, in ashram in Art of Living ashram, very beautiful place, and it's available. It was available before Corona for all guests from the whole world. And I was after that next to the ocean, and it's so beautiful. It's very special place for me, and I would love to come back there. And advice, guys, you have such an amazing country, and just make it even better. I mean, economy and politics, they could be, make it easier for your kids. You can do something now to make the country better for your kids, but nature and that spiritual leaders which are living in your country, they're next to you. Just don't miss opportunities to visit some special people who are doing a lot of job for the whole world. Yeah, and don't miss meditations and yoga.
That is a beautiful message. Thank you very much, Valeriya, for conversation with us. We hope to see you soon again, and I wish you a very happy International Yoga Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.